Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is December the 27th, 2022, and today the topic is the old new path. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope that you all had a great day yesterday. Mine was just fine. Mine was pretty chill overall. Not too much to report. There was a few significant moments and things that happened. Um, but first, let me make an announcement, y'all. I want to make an announcement. Our friends over at Inspirational Outreach is doing an event, and it's called "It's Time to Resuscitate." All right. It is geared towards young men, which I think is very, very needed in these days and times. And so, by all means, if you are in Georgia, in that area, go check out Inspirational Outreach and find out more information. I know that the event is on December the 31st and it starts at 10 a.m. And like I said, I know it's geared towards the young men, which we need. We know that they need some mentor and leadership and things like that. And so, hopefully we get more young men involved to hopefully prepare the future and everything like that. So shout out to Inspirational Outreach. Check them out for more about that event. Um, Other than that, y'all, yeah, there's a few like little significant things that was going on yesterday. So long story short, let me tell y'all one thing, y'all. I don't know, is this a bit of persecution? So yesterday I posted this quote that I saw, and it said, if you are tired of if you are tired of starting over, then stop giving up, right? And I'm like, that's a good quote. I shared it. And then an individual decided to comment, give up. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if that's for me. I don't know what that had to do with what I'm saying here, whatever the case is. Obviously, I didn't respond. But it did feel like a little bit of persecution to me. Just a little bit. And I just was like, really? Because the quote literally says, stop giving up. And then this person quotes, give up. And I mean, hey, if that by all means, if that's what you want to do with your life, go ahead and do that. But for those that are tired, right, of starting over again and over again and feeling like you're in the same place and all that type of stuff, then hey, I'm a living witness. Don't give up, friends, because again, this shift in my mind that the Lord has done with me in this season, I'm grateful for. And I've seen growth and I've seen progress, even if it's not the quote unquote traditional ways, right? So yeah, that was something that stood out yesterday that happened. I was just like, I don't know how to receive this, but oh well. So that was something. I think both of those announcements that I just made right now kind of leads me to my topic in a weird way, but here we go. So y'all may be wondering, like, the old new path. What are you talking about, Miracle? Well, I was listening to the prayer meditation this morning, and it was talking about, the upcoming new year and how God has these new paths that He wants to do new things for us and all this. And I'm like, yeah, new things, I'm already trying to change some of my old habits and whatnot. One of them is speaking negatively over my finances. And in some ways, I'm like, I'm just kind of saying what happened, right? I'm like, oh, this is what has been going on. But I guess I've been feeling convicted about that over the past few weeks where I'm like, nah, I probably need to switch up my verbiage here. I need to start talking about abundance and overflow if I want. This is what I want, right? And I have seen some changes in regards to, y'all know that I took financial fitness this year and stuff like that. So I started to kind of get back on the path of like splitting things up and making sure I'm tithing and making sure I'm putting some in savings. And that has definitely changed my life significantly as well. The fact that I got something in my account these days, look, it's got to be glory for that. And all of that came from, again, the renewing of my mind. And so the interesting thing is, as I started to kind of look up verses centered around like new things and new paths and this, that, and the other, I started to get like what started to resonate with me with these verses that I'm going to share with you all today. But it kind of made me think about like an old path, right? It made me think about like things that God had already set in place, things that He already told us to do. And sometimes like that might be the new path, to just do what He already told you to do. Like, even if He told you to do it a long time ago, if you haven't done it, then that's a new path for you, friend, right? So I think that's pretty much where the inspiration came from today. And yeah, that's what we talk about. That's what we talk about when it comes to the juice this morning. I want to give y'all another quote. I came across this today, right? I guess the segue into this conversation. And it says, don't say that God is silent when your Bible is closed. Ooh, that might be put. We might not like that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, don't say that God is silent when your Bible is closed. Again, he's speaking to us each and every day. I feel like, again, y'all see me embarking on this journey every day, man. And I'm just like, okay, I'm definitely seeing new things, um and I've seen so many different significant things happen in my life to where it's like, for me, right, I'm at the point where I just fully am trusting and depending on the Lord and letting him lead me and guide me, which actually reminds me of something else that happened yesterday, right? So I didn't tell y'all all the details, but I'll say it like this. So I think it was last week or week before last, one of them weeks. I was chit-chatting with a friend of mine because she was posting that she needed somebody to work, whatever the case is, because she's getting ready to expand. Look, expansion over me and my friends and everything like that. So she's getting ready to expand her business, and she needs somebody to, I guess, take over the shifts that she's doing in order for her to expand and whatnot, from what I'm understanding. And because she has been there assisting with my business, I've been like, hey, by all means, like if I can assist you in your business, which would possibly be a blessing for me and my family, because, I mean, I've been honest, so whatever, man. I've been honest, right? So y'all know, those that listen to this frequently, right? Y'all know that, like, I'm not saying, hold on. I'm not gonna say that part. Hold on. See, fix your tongue. Okay. Basically, I said like this. Back in the day, right? Back when I used to work at Disney, I used to get weekly checks, right? And that has been a little different since I've been, having my own business. When I moved back to Georgia, that has looked different, right? See, I'm changing I'm changing it. So anyway, so because of that, it was appealing. Her offer is appealing because I'm like, maybe this will get me back to weekly checks, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is, even though, Lord, I do trust you. Now, that's another thing. I'm like, I trust the Lord because he's providing. He's showing me that he's doing things in different ways and new ways for me. So I'm like, hey, I see you, Lord. I hear you, and everything like that. But y'all know, I'm always struggling with this works and faith thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want to do my work, right, to show I got the faith, right? And so, and so, yeah. So when basically I kind of reached out to her, I was like, hey, I'm willing to do that job. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do that if needs be, if you need me, you know what I'm saying? Help you expand, you know what I mean? You've helped me, I can help you, right? But when like, so we were supposed to meet up for training. And the first day we were supposed to meet up, she not canceled, but she rescheduled. Then that day rolled around and your girl got booked to do the show at the elementary school, right? So then so I had to reschedule. And then when the very day that I had said, hey, why don't we do it on this day? Because I know I ain't got nothing going on that day. Next thing I know, the Christmas party that I ended up doing, I got booked in. Now I ain't gonna lie, I started to kind of be like, Lord, are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me something, Lord? And the funny thing is, I was going to talk to her about it, but I never did, right? I did a little bit, but I didn't say what I was thinking. Wouldn't you know that yesterday? So we're just chatting, and out of the blue, she says the thing that I was going to talk to her about, and I was like, basically, she's like, so yeah, I think that God don't want you in this position. I'm like, huh? What? I was like, wait, but weekly checks, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm open to it. It's not that I don't want to do it, and I was talking to her about it, X, Y, and Z, and I know my husband's kind of joking about it as well. It's like, well, maybe the more you keep trying to go do it, the more you'll get booked and stuff. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm open. And she's like, well, we could set up this training with the intention that we know that you're not going to do it. I'm like, you know what? See, both of y'all are funny. Um, but anyway, so I'm sharing all this to say that, like, I guess in some ways it's confirmation for me that the Lord has already told me that he's doing something new with me, right? He's doing something different with me, right? In the way I'm working and stuff like that. And I keep trying to do what's regular, right? I keep trying to do what I'm familiar with. Like I'm trying to get back to weekly checks, you know what I'm saying? But obviously that's not what the Lord wants to do with me, for me, through me in this season, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with. And everything like that. But obviously, but sometimes it takes us time to get in alignment, as they say, right? And so yeah, I guess I share that little testimony again, because again, sometimes the new thing is to do the old thing that the Lord told us to do. So let me give y'all some Bible so y'all know I ain't not just out here talking. So here we go. One of the first verses that stood out to me this morning is Jeremiah 6:16. It says, "Thus says the Lord, stand by the roads and look, and ask for the ancient paths where the good way is, and walk in it, and find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk in it." Ooh, that's pulp. Man, look. When I read that verse this morning, I was like, I gotta go deeper. I ended up reading kind of the entire thing, but definitely for sure Jeremiah 6:16 through 22. And if that don't sound like us today, I don't know what does, y'all. Listen, it sounds like disobedient people. and even that verse alone is talking about, hey, these are ancient paths. These paths been made for us, right? And us that's saying we're not going to walk in it. Just like me, y'all. Look, I'm mad that my testimony is fitting so well with this right now. Like the Lord been told me that, hey, I'm doing a new thing. I'm doing a new thing. And I'm like, I hear you. Okay, so we doing a new thing. I see you. I see we doing a new thing. But do you want to get the weekly checks? Because weekly checks will help the new thing. I'm just saying, okay. I guess I'm talking to myself this morning, y'all. But anyway, yeah. The ancient paths, y'all. Well, why is this so funny to me right now? I think it's so funny because it sounds like it's me, But still, like, okay, we asking the Lord, right? We're like, Lord, help me, right? We're here like, Lord, don't you see I'm struggling, right? Don't you see this or that, right? And he's over here like, listen, the path has been made for you, child. When you gonna walk? Oh, you keep refusing to walk down the path, and it ain't because it ain't there. It's because you. Ooh, is that just for me this morning? Y'all can, if I'm stepping on your toes, I'm just kidding. Anyway, let me keep going. So, Galatians 1:6, it says, "I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting him who called you in the grace of Christ and are turning to a different gospel." Oh Lord. Okay. So I promise y'all, when I wrote down these verses this morning, they weren't hitting so hard. But again, I guess every now and then when you read stuff out loud, I mean, yeah. Again, I guess it reminds me of this quote that says, coming back to your first love, right? Every now, I don't know if this is just for me, but if anybody else is out there, right, y'all, I see a comment. If anybody else is out there, look. My sister say it's for a lot of us. Oh, it's in your toes, sister. Yeah, but like, sometimes we got to return to our first love, y'all. Again, whatever it was that brought you to Christ, right? Whatever it is that like got you on the path to begin with. If you've fallen away from that thing, I believe that the Lord wants to draw us back in and be like, hey, come on back. And now go, right? The way that I've created for you to go. Sister say, I'm on my toes. Uh-oh. Listen, this is what the Lord gave me this morning, y'all. Or am I speaking a foreign language? Azumo. So I had a few of y'all on here, and then a few of y'all done dropped off. So I guess it's only for the two that's still here. But anyway, But no, for real though, y'all, for real though. Returning to our first love is important. Like again, if that's you, right? If that's you and you feel like, hey, I don't feel like the Lord speaking to me, or hey, I don't know what to do. Sometimes it's that thing he already told us to do. Sometimes that's the thing that's going to get us to that next level, and everything like that. So all right now, y'all. 2 Timothy 1:13, it says, follow the pattern of the sound words that you have heard from me in the faith and love that are in Christ Jesus. So I came across this quote yesterday and I meant to write it down, but I couldn't remember where it was, or because sometimes I see so many different things throughout the day. But it was saying something along the lines of like doing what Jesus did, it's like sometimes it's just that something like, what did he do, right? And do that. I humbly say, follow me as I follow Christ, but sometimes that ain't even about follow me. Follow Christ, right? As he did, do what he did, do what he do. Again, that's another thing I guess that will get us to the next level, y'all. I'm just saying, just throwing it out here. So then 2 John 1 9 through 11 stood out to me this morning as well. It says, everyone who goes on ahead and does not abide in the teaching of Christ does not have God. Whoever abides in the teaching has both the Father and the Son. If anyone comes to you and does not bring you this teaching, do not receive him into your house or give him any greeting, for whoever greets him takes part in his wicked works. Listen, the Bible's a little harsh sometimes, right? It's like, man, listen, and don't even greet that type of person that's not going follow the word and everything like that, or who brings alternative teachings and things like that. That's why we got to be careful, right? We got to be careful. And that's why we got to study to show ourselves approved, right? That's why it's so important to get into the word for yourself, to see what the word has to say, because it does have a lot to say, and all of it's important, according to the verses and things that I'm receiving. I know verse, I think it's 2 Timothy 3:16, but y'all can go and confirm that. But there's a verse that's telling us that, all scripture is, I'm paraphrasing here, y'all go see what it say for real. But it's like all scripture are basically important for teaching and for, the upbuilding of God's people and everything like that. Again, I paraphrase it, y'all go see what the verse say specifically for yourself. But still, and so yeah, y'all. The old new path, right? The old new path. Again, it may be the path that God had created from the beginning, right? And he's just waiting for you to walk on. He's lighting the way. It's like, are you going to follow the lit path, or are we going to try to continue to walk in darkness in our own way? This is the juice this morning, y'all. I mean, this is pretty much the juice this morning. I mean, there's some more verses in the Go Deeper section for you all to peruse and let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds when it comes to this. But ultimately, man, I hope that we are all encouraged and inspired to follow the Lord and to do things Christ's way. And, even if it is just saying yes to what you already know that he has told and called you to do. And that's the juice, y'all. That is the juice. The Bible verse of today is 2 Corinthians 3:17. It says, now the Lord is that spirit. And where the spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. And there you go, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice. I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Look, take the old new path, right? Inspired to take the old new path. Shout out to my sister. Y'all know that she is, I call her the dean. She has several businesses. But the ones that I have on here are Ankle Phlebotomy Institute. I know she got Ankle Mobile Lab. She got the Diva Style Salon. She about to come out with brands and all kinds of good stuff like that. So be on the lookout for her and her businesses and her endeavors. If she could be of service to you in any way, you'll be in great hands. Check that out. Thank you so much for tuning in, sister. I hope that you enjoyed the juice this morning. And yeah, y'all, that's really it. I mean, obviously there was a few other things that I ended up kind of studying this morning about, new past and new year. And I know that we're about to embark on a brand new year, y'all, in a few days. And I know it's a good time to reflect. I was starting to reflect on like everything that's happened in 2023. I mean, I'm already in 2023, y'all. Everything that happened in 2022. And it's been a blessing. Like on one hand, I'm like, oh, I might not have published as many books as I wanted to publish, But on the flip side, like we've reached a lot of milestones and goals and things like that. Oh, my sister said thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, sister. You're welcome anytime. Look, she got to come and visit us on GSL real soon. But yeah, like the Lord's done so many things, y'all. This year. Like I said, we've reached so many different milestones. Things that I wasn't even thinking about reaching. Like again, 1,000 videos on our channel is just a huge accomplishment. Nobody even I didn't see that coming. I didn't know that was coming. And so, to God be the glory for all things. If you feel like you're in a place where you're like, man, I don't see God moving in my life or whatever the case is, like maybe you just need to take some time and just reflect on where you came from, like reflect on like what happened this year and stuff like that. Y'all be praying for my husband. I'm excited for him. I know on one hand he's kind of like, it's an unfamiliar territory for him, right? And I get it. I totally understand. And everything like that, to be in a place. He's in this boot camp or whatnot, and he's this much closer to his dream in regards to becoming I don't want to say the title wrong, a programmer and everything like that, and everything. But I'm excited for him. He's almost there. I know that he had a plan for this week, and obviously the weather is not permitting the plan to go the way he thought. And my thing is like, hey, I done got to the point, and this is a blessing that I'm here. But because I didn't used to be here, y'all. I didn't used to be here. But I got to the point now. I'm just like, hey, when I see God moving, I see whatever. I'm like, hey, Lord, what you want to do? I'm just going with whatever the Lord wants to do. Same as like I was telling y'all earlier about my friend and whatnot. Like I was all willing to work with her. You know what I'm saying? But she saw herself, and we both saw that I guess that's not what the Lord wants me to do. And I even was still in a place where I was like, hey, well, let's just see, let's put it to the test, But she just like, yeah, so stay in your life. I was like, what? All right, well, the Lord through you is telling me to stay in my lane. So there I go, you know what I'm saying? And to God be the glory for all things. I really truly appreciate anybody that listens, watches, subscribes, supports, all those wonderful things. Y'all know that we're trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the year. So we're doing a giveaway and everything like that. So by all means, if you guys can, subscribe, share, all those wonderful things, help us get to 500 subscribers, that would be great. Y'all know that we're doing a giveaway to help us do that. So y'all should find a link. We're giving away this game here called Bedroom Rendezvous, y'all. Here's a little sneak peek inside of Bedroom Rendezvous. And I believe that we're also giving away a $25 gift card with that. So just saying, prizes on the line to help us get to 500 subscribers, y'all. And then ultimately, look, we're trying to let y'all see the invisible man. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, my husband will finally grace the channel. So he's like, hey, tell the people. So yeah, that's something we're trying to get to, y'all. But let's just get to 500 first, and then we're gonna see what the Lord do about getting to 1,000. But thank you all so much for listening, watching, subscribing, sharing, all those wonderful things. I'm excited for the new year. I already kind of see, things on the horizon, and no, it's looking bright, y'all. It's looking kind of bright. I know we're in the midst of this cold weather and all that stuff going on. I know my husband was looking out the window talking about something like, I hear it's going to snow tomorrow. And I'm like, for me, I'm just like, Georgia snow is just ice on the ground. But still, who knows? Maybe it might be a little bit more than a layer, we'll see. But either way, it has been cold like that. So maybe there is going to be some snow out there, y'all. I don't know. But anybody going outside, y'all be careful, be safe, and everything like that. And thank you all so much for listening, watching, subscribing, and sharing. And I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.